All right, so welcome to the video. It's going to be about lead generation, specifically advertising. As we've talked about in the past, if you're in business, especially if you're in an online business or whatever type of business you're in, though, if you need leads, advertising alone is the quickest. It's the most secure way to generate income for your business. Nothing's going to beat it. Not SEO, especially not in the beginning stages of your business. A lot of people don't realize this still, and so they'll start a business and they'll try to build up free traffic sources. I'm speaking from personal experience here. I've done that in the past. Uh, Built websites well over 1,000 people a day, and just learned it the hard way, because you can do that, but then what you're going to find is the traffic, for the most part, and stats show this. I'm not going to cite any studies here. You can go online and look at studies, but basically, ad traffic, stuff you'd buy off of Google AdWords, or stuff you would, get off of Facebook ads or Bing ads or any number of online ad platforms, and even offline ad platforms, that traffic generally is going to convert better on your landing pages. It's generally going to convert better. If you're selling a product outright on your website. So I won't get into all that here. Stats show it. Do the research. There's a lot of SEO people out there and people teaching you to build blogs, and you should. I'm all for it. You should build free traffic sources because it can boost. It's obviously going to boost your presence, and yes, it will help you get more leads. It's all synergistic, your advertising and your free methods. But you should start with your advertising and learning how to advertise. And what I want to reveal in this video is going to be something it's a little bit complex to actually explain, because I imagine if you started a business, you built your website, you have your lead funnel set up on your website, and you're going to try to drive traffic, drive people interested in that to that site to convert. You're probably of one mindset. I want to get as many people there as possible. You probably haven't even come up with a budget or an ad budget, and maybe you don't even know how to go about running ads, but all you know is you want to get people there. And you've heard of this thing called AdWords or Facebook advertising. I'm going to lump them all together now. They're not the same. They function totally differently, but for the sake of this, I'm going to talk about them in the same context. And that context, what I want to explain is the cyclicality of advertising. Most businesses have a cycle. Okay, so if I take something I have a lot of familiarity with is the fitness industry. If I take the fitness industry, let's say that I have a product that's going to help you build muscle and burn fat, which are the two keys for the vast majority of fitness-related stuff, whether it be ebooks or supplements or whatever you have, burn fat, build muscle. So that actually follows a cyclical trend. Basically, what you're going to find is that, at least in my experience, and again, you can do your own research if you're in this business, this has been my experience, okay, the cyclicality goes something along the lines as follows, okay, so your main keywords, whether you're running ads for keywords of how to lose weight, or anything related to how to lose weight, or anything related to how to get six-pack abs, or anything related to how to get in shape, it runs cyclical. So January, everybody knows that people come out with their January New Year's resolutions, and those, quite frankly, explode the searches for those types of terms. And so if I'm running ads throughout the year, if I run an ad, and let's say I run a simple ad online, and that ad is geared towards my ebook or whatever it is that I'm offering in the fitness realm, or my supplement that can help you burn fat, or whatever to help you burn fat, get six-pack abs, get in shape, and I run an ad that says, learn the 3 essential steps to get six-pack abs, free video, and click here for more info, and then they click on that on Google Ads, however you set up your ads, and come to your landing page. Okay, if I take that ad, and let's say that ad specifically works well, okay, it works. Specifically, it works. That ad works. Okay. Well, if I run it in January, when everybody is searching for that term and everybody's in a heated up sort of mental, sort of mind frame, okay, it's the right context. You're in the right time of the cycle. It's like the stock market, all right? In a booming market, okay, if you have the right stock in the booming market, you're going to make money. Now, okay, so it's similar when you're running ads, okay? Running that ad in January is going to make that ad perform far better than if I take that same ad, and let's say I take that same ad and I run it in June, okay? Or I run it in the dog days of summer, August, as it starts to tail off, okay? And it will start to tail off cyclical until you get into December, and then it will come back up, okay, when you hit January again. Well, it's the same way. So that's just a simple example, but it's a good story basically, because it's the same thing that you're going to find if you're doing that. If you're starting a business and you're trying to get leads for your business, okay, you got to look at the cyclicality of your business, whatever market you're in, and you can go to AdWords, you can study the search trends for your major keywords, but the same thing applies to Facebook too. Okay, so if you have a great ad and a system that works, it is going to make a huge difference when you're actually running those ads in your cycle. Okay, so perfect case in point, I have one of the particular businesses that I'm involved in now is lead generation for a vacation company, and I'm not going to get into the details of it, but basically the month of June is the slowest month out of the year. Okay, and so what I did was I set up my ad, and I drove 2 leads through in the month of May and proved that it worked. And then in the month of June, all right, I'm running the same ad, and that ad goes for a week and gets no results. And so if you're new to this, you'll wonder, well, what the hell is going on? You know, why does this work? But, you know, I've seen it numerous times in many businesses. It's the cycle that you're in. And so if I take this ad, and maybe I'll update this video as we get into July and August, if I take my same ad, I've just learned, I wait. So I'm not going to waste all my money advertising in the month of June, okay? Because I know, even if I'm getting good numbers of traffic in those ads, the people are less responsive. It's the psychology of the cycle. It really is. The people are less responsive to that in June, even if I'm driving the same amount of traffic to my website. So I'm paying for all my ads, but they're not converting as good, and it's really hard to make sales. If I run the same ad in July and August, everything goes through the roof. My results explode. So it's the cyclicality of the market. And so I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if you grasp that. Generally speaking, it takes a lot of ad running and a lot of marketing to begin to see how important the cycles are in your marketing. And so my main point in saying that is you don't want to freak out if you have an ad that works and then all of a sudden it stops working. You got to look at the cycles that you're in, because chances are you're in a down cycle. And so a lot of marketers will blow through their ad budgets in a down cycle where, quite frankly, they'd be far better off pulling back, not wasting all their money, especially if you don't have a huge ad budget. Now, I hear experts say that in downtimes you should be running more ads. And that is true, but that's not from a cyclical standpoint. That's not true, okay? In a down economy, you should be running more ads. In the downturn of the cycle, okay, when you're in the downtime of the yearly ad cycle, regardless of your whatever business you're in, you should pull back, because quite frankly, especially if you have a limited ad budget, because the results are not going to be as good. You can blow completely through your ad budget doing it if you're not careful. Whereas if I pull that money and I save that money for the more explosive times, so maybe it's just a month down the road or two, then I can multiply my results and not go broke in the process. And again, that has to do with more so with people that don't have big ad budgets. Like if you have a big ad budget, of course, run ads in the down cycle, but just understand, as you likely do, that your results are not going to be as good. So that's today's tip. If you found the video useful, like it below, subscribe to the channel. It's a pretty new channel. I don't post a lot of videos. And also visit the site, jasonclemens.media. It's not .com, it's jasonclemens.media. There's a lot of other advertising info there. And you can post questions. And if you'd like to contact me, you can contact me there as well. So hopefully you found this useful.